Manage your diabetes with more confidence and lower your A1C. Try it for free at freestylelibre.us.
Don't let insurance adjusters trick you into accepting lowball offers.
You're not that injured.
What do you mean I'm not that injured? Are you kidding me?
There's barely a scratch on your car. How could you be injured?
But it was totaled.
You didn't get immediate treatment. You're lucky we're giving you $500.
But I went to the ER the next day.
If you've been injured in an accident, never sign anything or accept a check until you speak with an attorney. Remember, when something goes wrong, call Ann Fong.
Eyes on me, brand new drip is what they see. Diamonds on my feet, brand new whip is what they see.
In my bag like a bunch of groceries, all this cheese and greens just come to me.
Freedom you can't take your eyes off. The new 2024 Jeep Wrangler and Gladiator. Jeep, there's only one.
Right now, during the Jeep Celebration event, well-qualified lessees can lease the 2024 Wrangler Sport S4xE for $369 a month. Don't miss this great offer.
Lab diamonds at insane prices. 2-carat 3-stone rings, $14.90. 3-carat solitaires, $29.90. 5-carat, $49.90. And 1-carat pink, blue, or white studs, $5.99. We beat everyone's price on lab diamonds, period. The Jewelry Exchange, Tustin.
Good morning, I'm Frank Buckley. A woman was left fighting for her life after being stabbed on a metro platform early this morning. Subway service is impacted as police continue their search for the suspect.
I'm Eric Spielman. The prosecutor makes his opening statement in the Donald Trump trial in New York, saying it is a case about a criminal conspiracy and a cover-up. I'll have the latest coming up.
I'm Chip Yost in Las Vegas, where groundbreaking is set to begin on a new high-speed rail line that would run between Southern California and Las Vegas. We'll have a live report coming up.
Good morning, I'm Jessica Holmes. Supreme Court considering arguments in a case that could have far-reaching implications on how cities and states regulate homelessness. Live from Washington to explain what's at stake.
Good morning, I'm Sam Rubin. New here at 8 o'clock, a recap of Coachella Weekend 2. And could there be a Beyonce clue involving Stagecoach, the upcoming country festival? We'll talk all about that. New TV show surrounding the city of Calabasas. Who came up with it? That might be the big surprise. And funny man, Gretcher, does he keep his shirt on or off as he joins us in studio live?
Oh, yeah, could happen. The shirt thing. Look at this. You can see some light drizzle on the camera lens right now. And they're probably thankful they got that race in yesterday. Weather was beautiful. A little bit of haze in the morning, but clearing out. And the track was nice and dry. But this morning, as the teardown begins, it is definitely on the cooler side, definitely on the wetter side. 66 coastal, downtown Los Angeles up to 67. San Fernando Valley, maybe some light drizzle starting early in the morning hours, but we should still see a high of 81 by the afternoon. 74 for Orange County Inland Empire 83, and High Desert 86 degrees. That's it. Ginger, traffic.
I mean, a little bit of drizzle would have made a fun race. I'm sure it was fun, but you know what I'm saying, right? And look, the cleanup will be an arduous process now, perhaps because of that light drizzle. This 105, the westbound side of the 105 freeway, which tends to be busy as people try to make their way towards LAX, right at about Bellflower Boulevard. The tie-up, it looks like it involves 2 cars. 2 right lanes are blocked, and what's happening? They're stopping lanes to clear everybody over to the right shoulder. So the drive is tough there. The tough with delays that extend onto the 605 freeway as well. 215 southbound side of 5th Street. That's where they're going with a wreck that's sitting in those middle lanes. Remember, we do have some areas where the fog is thick, and hopefully people are taking advantage of the public transportation, free OCTA and LE Metro, and so that will hopefully help with the drive, and then hopefully keep, of course, you know, Mother Earth happy on this Earth Day. We'll watch and keep track of all the things that are popping up that could make it for a messy Monday, and I'll send it back to you.
Back to our breaking news in Studio City, where a woman was stabbed this morning at a Metro subway station. Service to downtown LA has been halted for the investigation. KTLA's Alina Bovian live at the scene with the latest for us. Alina, good morning.
Frank, good morning. And today being Earth Day, people are being offered free rides on the Metro, but they are being turned down, at least at this entrance here in Lankershim. Now, service to downtown LA, as you mentioned, has been halted because this investigation is still ongoing. We are hearing that this might turn into a homicide investigation. We're waiting for LAPD to give us an update regarding the victim's condition. Now, take a look. This is video from inside. LAPD says the call came in at 5 this morning for a report of a stabbing. When officers arrived on scene, they found a female victim stabbed in the throat. The ambulance was called and the woman was treated, but no word on the extent of her injuries or her condition right now. As for the suspect, police say it was a man carrying 2 bags. In the video, we can see some clothes on the floor, but it's unclear what that's all about. According to the police scanner, a person matching the suspect's description, possibly a transient, was taken into custody. But again, we are waiting for LAPD to confirm that, if a suspect is outstanding or not. Now, back out here live, you can see some people getting off the Metro bus here, now going toward the entrance to go down the escalator to take the Metro to get to work this morning. But as you can see, they are being turned away. LAPD officers still here, detectives here trying to piece together what happened. And again, we are waiting for them to give us an update as well. That's the very latest. I'm Lena Bourbon reporting live here in Studio City, KTLA 5 News.
Lena, thank you. Opening statements are underway in a New York City courtroom in the hush money trial of former President Donald Trump. Former president saying once again the trial is election interference. KTLA's Eric Spillman live now in the newsroom with the latest. Eric, good morning.
Morning, Jessica. Judge Juan Merchan gave some instructions to the jury this morning when court started. He reminded them that prosecutors must prove that Donald Trump committed the crimes he's accused of beyond a reasonable doubt, and that they must find Trump not guilty if the burden of proof is not met. The judge also told jurors not to research the case or read about it. Show you some pictures now of Trump sitting in, or actually arriving in court this morning. Reporters who are there saying in court he's sitting back in his chair and not looking at prosecutors while they make their opening statement to the jury. Trump is accused of falsifying business records as part of an alleged scheme to bury news stories that might have hurt his presidential campaign back in 2016. That's why it's being called a hush money case. He's charged with 34 felony counts. He's pleaded not guilty. He faces 4 years in prison if convicted. Now, at the heart of the case is a $130,000 payment made by former Trump lawyer Michael Cohen to porn actress Stormy Daniels to prevent her claim of a sexual encounter with Trump from surfacing in the final days of the 2016 campaign. Prosecutors say Trump covered up the true nature of the payment in internal business documents he has denied having had sex with Daniels. Minutes ago, the prosecutor, Matthew Colangelo, told the jury, quote, "This case is about a criminal conspiracy and a cover-up. The defendant, Donald Trump, orchestrated a criminal scheme to corrupt the 2016 presidential election. Then he covered up that criminal conspiracy by lying in his New York business records over and over and over again," end quote. Trump's lawyers will get a chance to make their opening statement later today.
Opening statements absolutely do matter in the sense that the jury is sizing up the attorneys, how much they trust the attorneys, and the attorneys are giving the jury a roadmap for what to expect. So I don't know that the case will be won and lost on opening statements. I frankly doubt that, but it is important. It's setting the table.
Trump has complained repeatedly that the trial is keeping him away from the campaign trail during his run for the White House, and he said the same thing to reporters this morning.
These are all Biden trials. This is done as election interference. Everybody knows it. I'm here instead of being able to be in Pennsylvania and Georgia and lots of other places campaigning, and it's very unfair.
Once opening statements are finished, the prosecution will call the first witness, and that could turn out to be David Pecker, former publisher of the National Enquirer. Prosecutors say Pecker met with Trump to work out a deal to help cover up negative stories about Trump. Later in the trial, prosecutors will call their star witness, Trump's former attorney and fixer Michael Cohen, and you can expect Trump's lawyers to try and portray Cohen as a serial liar with an axe to grind against Trump. If he's convicted, Donald Trump can still serve as president if he wins the election, but if he does win, he would not be able to pardon himself because it is a state prosecution, not a federal prosecution. Frank?
Eric, thank you. As the Jewish holiday of Passover begins, tensions over the situation in Gaza prompting officials at Columbia University to hold classes online only today. The university has been the site of anti-Israel protests in New York. Last week, more than 100 students were arrested at an encampment that sprung up at the center of campus. In a statement, the president of Columbia University says the move was made to, quote, de-escalate the rancor and give us all a chance to consider next steps.
Protesters were at USC over the weekend demanding Israel end the bombing in Gaza. They're also upset over the cancellation of a planned graduation speech by valedictorian Asna Tabassum, who some say pushed anti-Semitic rhetoric on social media. She has denied those claims. The university cited security concerns as its reason for canceling the speech, but demonstrators accused USC of silencing her.
There is no security threat to Asna speaking. She's beloved. We live in a world that is trying to silence what is happening. A genocide is happening.
The whole world is just watching like nothing's going on, and I mean, we should all be shocked by what's going on. We need to stop this. This needs to end.
On Saturday, vandals dyed the fountain at the University Village red, though it's unclear whether it's related directly to the tension over that speech. USC has since canceled all commencement speakers, including sports icon Billie Jean King and director John Chu.
This morning, an LA County Sheriff's Department K-9 will be honored for its bravery.